I'm standing in front of the statue of Mwalimu Julius Nyerere. He was the first president of Tanzania who made Tanzania independent from the British. Why am I here? First, let me welcome you to my YouTube channel. For those who don't know me, my name is Monique de Rey, and I'm on a mission to raise awareness that children belong in families and not in institutions like orphanages. I built my case on the 4 pillars of the house. First pillar is culture. Orphanages are not part of original Tanzanian culture. Family is. The second pillar is research. More than 60 years of research have shown the negative effects of growing up in an institution. Pillar number 3 is law. A lot of international law, but also a lot of national law, like in Tanzania, which states that a child has a right to grow up in a family. And pillar number 4 is theology. In every religion, family is the cornerstone of society. This video is about pillar number 1, and that is why I'm standing in front of Mwalimu Julius Nyerere. This man had many good quotes, but one is very appropriate to the topic, and that is kila mtu ni ndugu. That means everybody is my relative. And it doesn't matter from which region in Tanzania you come. If you come from Zanzibar, or you come from Mbeya, or Iringa, or Mara, wewe ni ndugu. You are my relative. And when you are my relative, that means I have to take care of you. When the child is born, culturally it has multiple fathers and multiple mothers. The birth mother, but then what we in the global north call an auntie, in Tanzania is called mama mkubwa. That's the older sister of the mother. It's called mama mkubwa, big mama. And the younger sister of the mother is called mama mdogo, or small mama. The same goes on the father side. You have baba mkubwa and baba mdogo. And of course we have paternal and maternal aunties and uncles. But being a mama mkubwa and a mama mdogo, that means a responsibility. When something happens to the mothers, either one of them take over that responsibility. The same goes when the father dies. The big baba, baba mkubwa, or the small father, baba mdogo, they take over that responsibility. And that is their culture. So bringing a child in an orphanage is not Tanzanian culture. Family is. It is never our intention to demonize orphanages, neither to idealize families. It is our intention to rethink orphanages and to rethink better alternative care options. Why do we not idealizing families? Of course, there are many things happening in families, and sometimes they're facing challenges. But then that is the problem that we need to address. So for instance, if they're poor or if they lack of money, then that is what we need to support them with school fees, or we help them to set up a beautiful business so they can make a living for themselves and they can take care of their own children. If disability is the problem and the family has a child with a disability, then that is what we need to focus on and see how can we support that child with a disability so it can stay and grow up with its own family. But another sad reason is when the mother dies, when the mother of a young baby dies, then they tell the father he is not able to take care of that child. But is that true? Or could he take care of that child given the right support? Can you imagine? He just lost his wife, and now he's also going to lose his child. And maybe that child is separated from the other siblings living in the house. What does the father need to take care of that child? It's like the African proverb says, it takes a village to raise a child. Now, how does that village look like? To visualize this, I'm using the circles of responsibility in child protection. The first circle around the child to protect that child is the family. After the family, it is the community. If they are not able, then it comes to organizations like churches, mosques. If they cannot do this, then we go to a national level, and after that, an international level. Families should be given the necessary protection and assistance, so they are able to take their responsibility within the community and one of their responsibilities is to take care of the children. Before we remove a child from its home, we have to make sure that that is in the best interest of the child, because the best interest of the child should always be our primary consideration in all actions. And let's also have a good look at the two principles in the UN guidelines for the alternative care of children: the necessity principle and the suitability principle. Is it really necessary that we have to remove that child from the home? That's the first question we need to ask ourselves, because so many years of research has shown that out-of-home placement is a very traumatic experience for a child. If the answer is yes to the question, we have to remove that child from its home, maybe because of abuse and neglect, then the suitability principle comes in. Which other care option is then the most suitable for this child? There's so many alternative care options, leaving large institutional care like orphanages as a last resort. Let's put family first. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button below and join me on my mission. Let's raise awareness that children belong in families.